Hello, I'm standing in front of beautiful Lake Combi right now. It's about 30 miles northeast of Auburn, California, and we have perfect weather. Today, I'm going to be talking about the Minn Kota trolling motor. It's the Endura 30-pound thrust. We've placed that trolling motor on top of a Coleman Jon boat. It's the X-Ram Crawdad brand, which I don't think they manufacture any longer. It's about 135 pounds. Well, today we'll talk a little bit about the Minn Kota trolling motor. We'll show you how it operates, how it functions, how it performs, and ultimately we'll give it some sort of rating. Thanks so much for joining. Okay, so this is the trolling motor. Basically how it comes out of the box, I think. There's not a lot of assembly involved in it, but I'm going to try to show you the different pieces and how they function. I also want to point out that this needs to be bought separately. This is just a, it's a medium-sized battery, mostly used for ride lawnmowers, but it's a nice, small, compact size. All right, so here are the different parts to it. Most of all, you've got this. This is the mounting bracket, and there is a little lever. If you can get it closer to show the lever. There's a little lever right here that you push on the lever, and that allows the mounting bracket to change. So you can see this part here is going to attach to the rear of the boat. But by having it pivot like this, it allows the motor to come up so that you're not going to be scratching any rocks or anything like that. So that's a nice function. This right here is just, it adjusts the height of it. So if you can see how the propellers would be either high or low. I like to get it as low as possible because I think it goes faster, but I'm not even certain. And then there is this piece right here, and what it does, it allows you to place it at a position that stops the height. So if you put it, say here, you can only bring the propeller down so low. So that's what that piece is for. And then last but not least, you have the handle, and it's retractable. So it comes in and out, and that's pretty handy when it's on the boat. Now, you do have to buy the battery separately, and you also need to figure out a way to connect the leads to the battery. I've got a pretty janky way of doing it, which may not be totally safe, but so far it's worked out just fine. These are about 2.5 cents each at any Office Max. So anyway, I guess next we'll show you how this attaches to the boat and how it works. Okay, so now we're going to mount the motor to the back of the boat. You can see this is a nice, easy boat to mount it on because it has this metal bracket, which will give it a really nice, firm attachment point. So what I'm going to do, in order, again, I don't want the propeller to get to the ground because that'll mess up the props. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower this piece, and I'm going to have it 90 degrees to the propeller. That way this doesn't interfere with the back of the boat. But now, get the wires out of the way. This part just goes into the back of the boat. So I don't like to put it absolutely centered because I like to have, it's more comfortable for my arms, so I put it off to one side. And then you simply tighten these two screws, get it on there firm. Then I get my janky attachments. You definitely don't want to touch both leads at the same time, although this isn't really that strong of a battery, so I don't think you would really injure yourself. And then I just move the battery down here into the well, and then I'll lower this down a little bit so that it's across the boat, and then just so you can see, there we go. This thing is functioning. So next up, we'll take it for a spin. All right, so now we are out on the lake and we're gonna give this thing a test drive. So Captain, can you pull the handle, extend the handle out where it's comfortable for you? All right, so as you can see, the motor goes in, it has 3 speeds in reverse. Go ahead and throw it into reverse, Captain. Not that fast, but it goes backwards just as planned. And it also has 5 speeds in forward. So Captain, let's get us going in forward. And why don't we head off, you know, that direction over there. All right, so you get a sense that we've got a little bit of speed here. I'm gonna say, so the boat itself is 135 pounds. And then we've got a little bit of weight on our side. I'm gonna estimate closing in on 300 pounds between the two of us. Can you reel that in just a little bit? So you kind of get a sense of how fast we're going. And oh, good catch, Captain. I did purchase, or not purchase, I downloaded a GPS app that allows you to figure out how fast you're going. And it looks like this thing pulls in at just about 3.5 miles an hour on average. So as you can see, this thing is super easy to use. It's not fast by any means. It is slow, but it is effective. It's really quiet, and it creates a good environment for some nice fishing. Thanks so much for joining.